fun snowy weekend, right?
Yeah!
How many were here the whole weekend? Everybody, cool. So you didn't have to brave the beautiful snow that came in on Friday and terrorized us for the last 3 days. Thank you guys for all coming. This was still to this day is probably the most fun convention we run because it's nice and relaxed. You finally get a chance to like hang around attendees. You finally get a chance to like see all the other things that are going on at the events. Honestly, it's probably my favorite show, other than Salvo, because Salvo is my favorite. But I love Kikori, and it's got a special place in our heart. This weekend was fun. We had nice snow, but it also slowed down attendance quite a bit because we had a lot of people who just did not come up competing. So unfortunately, the vendors didn't do as well as we were hoping they did. So we're working with them to try to help them with buying their spaces for next year. So we're kind of giving them a reprieve for a little bit to be able to buy their spaces to help them a little bit. So anything we can do. Got shows coming up the rest of this year. If you're from the New Mexico area, we've got a show coming up on Memorial Day weekend for Sabaku in Albuquerque. And if you were at the Beast, it was Salvaton this last Labor Day weekend. Salvo, of course, will be back again Labor Day. I hope to God we don't have 23,000 attendance again for this coming year. It was fun once, but I don't think I'd enjoy it on a more regular basis. I know we don't have a lot here, but if you were event support or staff, can you guys stand up for real quick? More people in here than I thought. These people all deserve a round of applause. Literally, and I know I say it at every convention, but we would not be able to run any show that we own, even the small ones, if it wasn't for the event support and for the staff that have helped us for over years of conventions. My wife and I were talking this morning that we've been running conventions since 2008. That's a long time. Long fun time, but it's been a long time, and along the way we've made a lot of really good friends, and we've made a lot of event support that have joined us along the way. So if you've never thought about helping a convention, but you're interested, we're always looking for people to come and even help for 4 hours out of the day. 4 hours in one location a day gets you a day badge. You work 2 full days and a half day on Sunday, and you get a full event badge for the entire weekend. So we try to make it so that if you want to come and help out a little bit, you still get a full event for the weekend, which is putting in 12 hours over the entire weekend. So if you're interested, please reach out to any of my managers or myself. We're easily accessible on social media. We'd love to have you. I know this convention didn't hurt too much with event support, but Salvaton, the animal that keeps on growing on a yearly basis, is the one that we're going to be looking to probably expand in a couple areas this year. So that's going to be one of the areas that if you know anybody that's interested, reach out and let us know if you'd like to help, because we've got 4 departments for this year that are expanding again, which means that we're going to need to have a little bit more event support staff to help kind of fill out the roles. And we're a crazy bunch. A lot of event support come in, and a year or 2 later they're staff. We are crazy. We will scare you probably the first time you come in and work with us, but we're a fun group. We're not mean, we're not scary, but we can be a little crazy sometimes. Before I forget, in case we keep on going, since I like to meander a little bit, we've got merchandise up here from previous conventions that we're trying to start to get rid of. And we also have the badges from some previous conventions that are collector's pieces, and also the badges that are from here. If you didn't notice, your badge this weekend was a brand new design, and it was all done in our new print shop that we launched over the last month and a half for Monkey Paw. It's going to allow us to do a lot more for program guides, for signage, for new badge designs, and be able to have control over getting stuff done in a quicker time frame, so we can have things a little bit more crisp, instead of a program guide that maybe is about a week old because panels change in the week leading into the convention. I can get program guides done now 3 days, 4 days before the convention, which means that I'll be able to have a fresher program grid even inside the program guide. So we're excited about that. The cool thing though with the launch of our print shop is if you have any of your friends that do the other Monkey Paw conventions, and we're going to offer this to artists outside of it as well, but we are launching a service for all of our artists and anybody who does print work for our conventions to use us at a reduced rate so that you can start to get prints cheaper for your stuff at the conventions. So that way you don't have to spend as much that you normally would spend going into the conventions. Some of the prices that I heard for people that are paying for full color prints, I almost fell off my seat for how much they're spending compared to what we can do. I'm talking like we can do a quarter of the price that a lot of people are paying for their prints. So we're going to offer a service starting at Sabaku that artists can contact us, send us their information, and we can do the prints, and we'll actually have it ready for you to pick up at the vendor desk whenever you check in for your table. So I think that's a great service that we can start to offer to our artists and help the community out, just to help them generate better revenue, because now they don't have a big of a cost expense for stuff that they're doing. We're also launching a couple other departments inside the convention. If you saw our new t-shirts, the t-shirts we launched here was brand new. We kind of tweaked it over the weekend. We got it to where we want it now. So we're going to have the full color shirts and the color shirts and hoodies, and probably one or two other things for Sabaku starting to move forward. So if you come to Sabaku, or if you jump even online, so we're going to be launching our t-shirt, our apparel company full this week, so we'll start to have that information up there too. So we'll have some of our old collectors t-shirts that we've had from previous conventions up there for you to buy. The two big ones that we always get requests for is the AFC one that we had the year that we had the Harry Potter theme. Everybody wants that one, and we also are going to have the Robotech Sabo back up online for people to get for the year that we had Robotech out for the convention. So kind of keep an eye out for that. We'll push that through the social medias as well. And if you have any suggestions or stuff for us to do, one of the things we're going to also do probably by Sabaton is start to work with some of the local artists to get some of their art into our apparel line and be able to make revenue off of the sales through our system as well too. So those are some of the things that we're trying to do to try to help the community generate a little bit better revenue as we're moving through too. If you have friends that are artists, or if you have any friends that are interested in it, tell them to kind of keep an eye on our social media and reach out to us and let us know if they have any suggestions or ideas as well. That's really all I have for us, other than doing the normal closing ceremonies. We don't have any guests here because with the weather and everything, I wanted everybody to kind of get on the road and drive down to Phoenix, especially the ones that were to be here that weren't spending the night. If you are not here for the night, if you are going home tonight, please be careful. It's starting to get to be that twilight hour, which means things start to freeze now getting out of town. So just be careful until you probably get down below 5,000 feet. I think that's where the freeze line is right now. So just kind of be careful if you're driving back down into Phoenix. Be safe. Thank you guys. Again, love you guys for all the years and years of support that everybody's been giving us for so long, and I hope you guys realize how much we really appreciate everything that you guys do for us, coming in and supporting us every year. We're always open, so if you have questions, comments, concerns, we're approachable. I know people for some reason are afraid to talk to me when they first meet me. I have no idea why. But I'm probably one of the most approachable people you can run into when you finally get to know me. So don't ever be afraid to stop me in the hall if you have questions, if you have ideas. I'm happy to have a conversation as long as I'm not running into a fire. That would be the only time that I would probably stop you. So 2020, 2 years ago, this weekend was the last normal weekend that we had before everything started to go crazy. Kikori was our last show before the chaos that is the pandemic that we're currently living in, and then whatever the zombie apocalypse that's going to be happening over the next after this. But it was nice to come back here and kind of reset everything for the year to get us back into somewhat of normalcy. So Kikori for 2020, attendance was down a little bit as well, just because people were starting to be a little bit concerned, and we were concerned as well with the pandemic. So that attendance, I think in the end, when I was looking through my numbers, was 475, which is down about 50 to 75 from our normal attendance, which is about 500 to 600 floating there. This year, unfortunately, with the snow, and honestly, if I was living in Phoenix, I probably would not, if I wasn't working the convention, I probably would not have come up as well. So I really can't hold anything against anybody that decided that for their safety, they wanted to stay for the weekend at home. Our attendance for Kikori 2022 was 375. Which isn't bad if you think about it from where we were in 2020, but unfortunately it hurt the vendors. So that's the one thing that we're going to try to figure out how we can kind of help them for next year. So, but it's not bad, especially with everything that happened. We were actually ahead leading into the weekend for online sales. We were going to be about 10 to 15% ahead. So it was going to be a pretty busy weekend, but unfortunately the weather is one of those things that you take the gamble of when you have a convention in Flagstaff in the winter time frame. But if you look at it, we've been running this convention since 2013, and this is the first year that our attendance ever really got hurt because of snow. I can take those odds that that's going to be the way it's going to be over the next 10 to 15 years. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I really hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope to see you guys at not only this convention, I hope to see you guys at other conventions. I'll close with what I always close with. If you did this weekend, make a friend. At the next convention you're at, or the next event you're at, make a friend. If you see that person sitting over in the corner that maybe's a little shy or doesn't know what's going on because maybe that's the first time they've ever come to a convention or come to a crazy little anime group, talk to them. Make a friend, talk to them, see if you do something a little quirky at the show, find out if you want to do something afterwards. Bring them to another event after that. That's the only way our community grows, is by becoming stronger together. It's the only way we can keep each other safe. It's the only way that we can really make sure that our community is healthy and happy, is to make sure that we're doing what's right inside of our community. And I think that's what everybody needs to kind of walk away with, is that this is a family and this is a community that we all need to support. So make a friend. If you didn't, please, the next convention, make a friend, go do something with them, bring them to the next convention you go to or next little event you go to, help grow more, help make more people more excited about the community. Other than that, thank you guys so much. Don't forget about everything that's up here. I officially will close Kikori 2022. Thank you guys so much.